Hi, I'm Melisa with MaKa Movement. Welcome to day 26 of your 30-day yoga challenge. Today we'll be doing some yoga postures to help with sciatic pain. Now, sciatic pain, sciatic nerve, gets pinched by these lateral rotators. So if we tend to do this with our leg, externally rotate it, the piriformis is a muscle that gets really tight and pushes on that nerve. So what we want to do to relieve that pain is to actually stretch these lateral rotators. So that's what we'll be doing today, okay? So we'll start with our warm-up the way we normally do with Surya Namaskar A. So Samastitihi, equal standing pose. Inhale your arms up, palms touch, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward, hands down to the floor, head, neck, and shoulders as relaxed as possible. Bend your knees if you need to, okay? Inhale, look up. Lengthen your spine, squeeze your shoulder blades back and together. Exhale, flatten your hands, step or hop back. From your plank, you shift your weight forward slightly, bend those elbows. Chaturanga Dandasana, this four-limb staff pose. Everything is active. Inhale, upward facing dog. Thighs are off the mat. Drop your shoulders back. Look at your nose. And then exhale, curl your toes, lift your hips for downward facing dog. Now in your down dog, this is a pose that's really great for sciatica if you can get your sits bones to spread really wide. So instead of having our heels come together, we're tightening these muscles. I want you to spread your cheeks, smiling, happy butt cheeks. Spread them really wide, reach them up toward the sky, and think of creating space all around your sacrum, all around that lower back area. And breathe. Your belly stays in nice and tight. So we always want to be aware of our alignment, especially with sciatic pain. We need our feet to be parallel. So again, if you can see your heels are turned in, they're probably not parallel. Bring them out just a little bit, sink them down toward the floor. Get more of a stretch through the back of the leg. Look forward, step or hop forward. Half lift. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, your arms up, palms touch, look up. We'll do that one more time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, step or hop back. Shift your weight forward, lower Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So your belly is in, you're reaching your heels toward the floor. You bend your knees. If you have tight hamstrings, that's totally fine. But keep those butt cheeks smiling, happy, reaching up toward the sky, and then slowly work on straightening your legs. Lift your hands, bend your knees. Hop forward or walk forward, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, Samastitihi. Okay, so remember, we want to open up these lateral rotators. We're going to start off with an eagle pose. So that will really help be able to bring everything in. So you'll take your right leg out to the side. All your weight comes into your left foot. Take your arms out to the side and just think of an eagle flying, right? So here, what's more important even when we're working on sciatic is going to be the leg. Pick your leg up, take it around, really externally, you're internally rotating. So I want you to stretch. If you can, you'll stick your toes behind your calf muscles. Your arms can do the same thing, but that's less important when we're focusing on the lower body. So here, hips will stay square. Your elbows are going to reach toward me, your shoulders will reach back, and you'll sink down nice and low. So you're pushing your inner thighs in and toward each other, creating this medial rotation, which is going to help relieve some of that pressure. And then inhale up. Okay, switch sides. So arms come out. Left leg comes out to the side. Again, we're going to focus on the lower body. So you'll take that leg, pick it up, take it around, wrap your toes around. And one side may wrap and the other may not, right? So if I have some hip things going on, which I do, so one side will wrap and the other side won't. Okay, then arms can come as well, but again, it's less important. Keep your elbows, if you're working with the arms, shoulder height. Push your palms together. Elbows reach to me, shoulders back, and then sit down in this imaginary chair. Good, come up, we'll try that again. Okay, arms out, leg out, pick your right foot up, take it around, arm sweeps down and around, and sit down. Try to keep those hips level. Then come up, arms out, left leg comes out. Pick that left leg up, send it around, left arm under. Push your palms together. I want you to really compress the joints. Inner thighs push together. Belly in, shoulders back. Good, then inhale up. Arms come up and exhale down to your side. Okay, so some other good poses to really help open up the hips. If you have a couple of blocks, you may or may not need one. Gomukhasana is cow face. Okay, so we're going to start with the right over the left, right leg. I want you to get your knees in alignment. Now the block is so you can sit on, if you need to sit on a block. So your feet kind of come out to the side. Your knees are stacked on top of each other, and you'll pull these feet back in toward your face. So they kind of tuck back in there as much as possible. Okay, now with your arms, there are lots of different options for you to do. So here we're already opening up our hips. With our arms, you can simply interlace your hands, stick them underneath your knee, squeeze your shoulder blades back in together, draw your belly in, and nod your chin. Okay, so our next variation, if you have a strap or a belt, you'll grab that. So right knee's on top, right arm will come up. And you're just letting your elbow reach toward the sky. Your left hand will walk up your back. You'll hold on to your strap or maybe interlace your fingers. Here you can lift your chest, or if you want to, you can start to hinge forward just until you feel that nice stretch in the hips, opening up, releasing those lateral rotators. It doesn't have to be too much. Always listen to your body. And different days, your hips will be really different. Inhale, come up. Good, and then switch sides. Okay, so if you have a block, you can move that block. You'll switch those legs around, so now the left leg is in front. So if I'm here, I'm just kind of looking at my knees. I'm going to separate my feet quite a bit, and that's kind of how I'll just come and sit back down. And then you'll pull those feet in toward you as much as possible. So if you have any hip issues, one foot might not come in. Don't force it in. Okay, you're just kind of letting it take its time to get there. So what we really want is just a lot of stretch through the outsides of our hips here. Okay, so first option again, just interlacing. And you might not need a block either. Some people, you might just be right on the floor. That's great, okay? Shoulder blades back, belly down. Engage your pelvic floor. So as you're breathing in, visualize that breath. I want you to lift up from your perineum. Okay, second option. So now left leg is on top, our left arm will come up. My hand is reaching straight down my back, my elbow's reaching the sky. The other arm, now my right hand crawls up the back. Grab your strap or your fingertips, stay right here, or you can exhale, hinge forward. Again, you're listening to your body, listening to when your body is saying enough is enough. Inhale, come up, exhale, release. Okay, so one last pose. This one will be lying on your back. So we're going to recline all the way down. And if you have a strap, go ahead and grab that strap. You'll lasso your right foot. We'll do both sides. You really want to lasso whichever foot, whichever leg your sciatic pain is in. And we're taking that leg across your body. So rather than opening it up and externally rotating, I want you to close off the hip. So you're holding that opposite hip down, pull over to the other side. You'll feel a nice stretch. You should feel good. And you can take it high. Some people like it high up by their armpit. Some people like it a little bit lower. So long as you keep holding the other hip down. You can hold it for 5-10 breaths. Switch sides. So this is a revolve version of the Supta Hasta Padangusthasana. So you can take it high, you can take it low, but you're feeling where it feels right for you. So for me, for my left hip right now, I'm really taking care of it to control where it goes. So my range of motion is very limited because I actually want to stabilize it as opposed to opening it. But for you, I want you to take it all the way over if you can. Good, come back to the center. Oh, release your legs, give them a little shake, 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 and then roll up. Okay, the things I want you to avoid. So if you have got sciatic pain, instead of just folding forward, so we do this folding forward, right? This hinge forward. Paschimottanasana quite a bit. What tends to happen with sciatica is that my pelvis isn't able to move. So rather than reaching my sits bones back and hinging forward, we'll tend to round. Do you see the difference? Here's a hinge and here's a round. So when I round, I'm actually compressing on the sciatic nerve even more. So it's much better to sit up and work on just getting a little bit of this hinge, start to create some space. Okay, so I want it to come right here from the hip joint. So you could always work in a bent knee, Janu Sirsasana, could always bend that knee if you were going to hinge forward, and then just really keep it minimal. There's no point in trying to force something and rounding your lower back, okay? So with all these forward folds that you do in yoga, if you're in a class, I want you to think, okay, you're gonna go about 30%, 40%, and then bend the knee as well. So that'll take the pressure off. All right? Nice work, yogis and yoginis, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.